Summary of Romans 11, NLT. Romans 11 continues Paul's discussion about Israel's place in God's plan. He emphasizes that God has not rejected his people and explains how both Jews and Gentiles fit into his redemptive purpose. 1. A faithful remnant. Paul begins by affirming that God has not rejected Israel, using himself as proof he is an Israelite who believes in Jesus. He recalls Elijah's time, when God preserved a faithful remnant, and says the same is true today. However, many Israelites have been spiritually blinded because they sought righteousness by works, not faith. 2. Gentiles grafted in. Paul explains that Israel's rejection is not final. It created an opportunity for Gentiles to receive salvation, which will eventually stir Israel to jealousy and lead some back to God. He uses the image of an olive tree. Israel is the original tree, and Gentile believers are wild branches grafted in. But Paul warns Gentiles not to become arrogant, because if God didn't spare the natural branches, he won't spare them if they turn away. 3. A future for Israel. Paul reveals a mystery: Israel's hardening is temporary, and a full number of Gentiles will come to faith before all Israel will be saved. God's gifts and call are irrevocable. Though Israel has been disobedient, this allowed God to show mercy to the Gentiles, and he will also show mercy to Israel. 4. Praise for God's wisdom. Paul closes with a beautiful doxology, praising the infinite wisdom, knowledge, and mercy of God. His plans are beyond human understanding, and everything exists by him, through him, and for him. For everything comes from him and exists by his power and is intended for his glory. All glory to him forever. Amen. Key takeaways. Romans 11 teaches that God's plan includes both Jews and Gentiles, and he is not done with Israel. His mercy extends to all, and his promises are faithful and unchanging, revealing the depth of his wisdom and grace.